as it happens really fast, we need to bring people along. Otherwise, literally, just people are going to give it up. It's too frustrating and it's too difficult. And just even this, we're all kind of good at this. There's people who just aren't connected at all. And we need to figure out how to service them as well in reality, whether it's on a video conference or dealing with it.
So I've been
Peace.
years, Michael.
You're speaking Jim's language.
What you're witnessing is the pivot where a little something changes everything. So you're in on the ground floor. You're already doing the thing that you're talking about having happened. And yet in the greater channel, it's not happening yet. Amazon cannot do these things. There's the advantage. The design proposition you're advocating for is what makes that difference. And they'd have to pay someone to do what you do, and no one's going to sign up for that position.
Well, Amazon does pay me because I have products that they buy from me directly, but like that I invented, and I want to do an invention workshop as well. But the thing about it is they're also one system, and if that part isn't functioning, then everything else has to be done by real people, like in the real world. And they're very good. I think that's kind of the thing. It's like also like places like McDonald's, like these places that do automation, they're amazing in distribution systems, and I think there's things that are positive out of it as long as it's sort of done in the way that you're all discussing, if it's yeah.
If I could bring up something though that concerns me is that when we do talk about these sort of different realms, the realm of online or virtual or whatever you want to call it, and physically face to face, going back to comments that have been made earlier, I think we do need to think that not everybody has access, not everybody is online, not everybody has Wi-Fi, not everybody, it's also the language that things are being done in. So that, if you're not there in person, some folks who are used to the body language or whatever, or the encounter or being able to find somebody to talk to, if you don't know which thing to quote plug into, if you're not a member of there's so many possibilities of another sort of aspect of segregation, which is those who are easily able to get access to these virtual places, and those who do not have access to these virtual places. So I think that's yet another way that we need to be thinking about, just be concerned about that, sort of taking for granted that that's accessible to everybody when it really is not. We need to have that awareness.
35 years in that effort, and we're only getting there now. And in Pontiac, we did like $5 million, and they spent it on themselves, those who got those dollars, as opposed to opening up the opportunities for young people to become the makers of their own future. So we're making progress.
Yeah, but
yeah. Well, right now what you're speaking of, Corinna, is those two things, access and broadband capacity, are the two integers that are being discussed nationally right now as the solution to a number of problems. Online learning is being driven by the pandemic. And isn't it the pandemic that made that necessary, when we all knew that the equity of having that kind of capacity was something that was necessary? But it took a pandemic to make that so, which is really an interesting contrast. We got 50 years in Earth Day, and the pandemic has caused more movement on things of importance. It's certainly not near as organic as Earth Day, and this happened inside of 90 days. There's something very
unique Earth Day, that's for sure.
yeah, it is.